This song just declares that God makes us better. Come on, if you believe it, somebody shout better. God makes us better. God, every trial, every tribulation, I thank you. You make me better. You make me better. I'm nothing without you. I'm better. I'm better. You make me better. You make.
And now, introducing the host of I Am Better Now, Dr. David Jones.
Yeah. Welcome. My dude, welcome. How y'all doing? Welcome. Oh, packed house today. What's up, Doc? Outstanding. I think I just heard a praise God. Is that what I just heard? Praise God. Yes. Another day in New Freedom Project. I am so thankful. Who prayed today? Raise your hand. Let me see your hands. Who prayed today? Don't you have something to pray about? Man, we really have to keep praying. You know, I'm looking at some of these parents, and we've got to pray for some of these parents. We have kids putting $200 worth of clothes on, going to school, and what's on the body seems to be more important than what's in the body. There's something wrong with that. So we need to keep praying that these parents will see that the mind is more important than Nike, than Adidas, than Puma. Get that brain right. Am I right? Come on. That's big stuff. Boy, do I have a special guest for you today. Before I even get started about my guests, I want to talk about the great work that we're doing with Tanner Community Development Corporation. We are heavily involved in what's going on in the community. And so if you get an opportunity, please go to our website, visit us, find out what we're doing, how we're helping young people, how we're helping seniors to overcome some of the challenges that are happening right here in Phoenix, Arizona. So, New Freedom. Y'all feel free today? Yeah. I love smiling faces, and this front row is something else up here. I love this front row today. Our special guest today, boy, we have a history. I've known this guy for 39 years. He is the very first African American to ever win a professional sports title in the state of Arizona. He's historic. Give it up for Coach Corey Gaines. My dude.
I see we got good energy in here tonight.
God is good. Boy, Corey, I told him before doing the introduction, man, 39 years we've known each other. And, I've learned so much from you, more than you think I've learned from you. But I want to start first from your childhood.
Well, before I go over that, let me tell you something about David. So he already told you that we've known each other for a long time. And I've been a player, played in the NBA, coached in the NBA, coached in the WNBA. And I want to say something about David because every time I got cut, every time I got fired from a job, he was always there for me. And to pick me up, he was always there to tell me the truth about something. The truth is hard for some people. He was always there, and I consider him one of my best friends. And sometimes people say family is important, but I think friends are more important because you pick your friends. Family is there, but you pick your friends. Yeah. And I want to say thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'm honored. Our history, we met in Seattle and Yakima. I want to go back because your college history, even high school, was so important to you, playing the game of basketball and just focusing and getting out of where you were. Kind of talk about your childhood a little bit and what you had to overcome in order to even get a scholarship to go to college.
Okay, I'll start off. Born and raised in Nickerson Gardens, the projects in California. My parents went to Jordan High. My mom is Japanese. My dad is black. So in the projects, you learn a lot. You learn the streets. But sports took me away from that. So I'll go ahead to basketball. I got bused to school. That's how old I am. I'm in the 60s. And I remember I got bused to Westwood, which is in LA. And then after that, I went to high school, St. Bernard's High School. I became a McDonald's All-American, which is the top 25 in the country. From there, I became roommates with Reggie Miller. You guys probably know Reggie Miller. He's on TV. We were roommates at UCLA. So I went to UCLA, got a scholarship. And I thought that was, you couldn't tell me anything that wasn't better than that. UCLA, born in LA, playing basketball. And like life does to you, it throws you curveballs. So the coach that recruited me at UCLA gets fired. So of course now I was a star player coming there, and of course another coach comes in and brings in another player. So now I don't play at all. So now I hit a part of my life. I had never really hit a down part, but we know in life it's ups and downs, and life is when something bad happens to you and how you handle it. And it was hard. I had to make a decision: leave UCLA or stay at UCLA. I was an econ major at UCLA, so if I probably would have stayed at UCLA, I probably would have been a banker right now. But I talked to my dad and I said, it's hard for me, but I think I want to leave. I want to transfer. And it's funny how in life things happen to you, and you think it's the worst thing that happened to you at the time, but it was really the best thing that happened to me, and I'll tell you why. So at UCLA, I'm not playing. But the guard that came in, his name was Pooh Richardson. He played in the NBA also. He's from Philly. And at the time, he was friends with two guys named Hank and Bo, who went to SC. So one night, they come up to UCLA to say something to Pooh, and they're going to go play basketball. You know, the East Coast is different than the West Coast. They play basketball at midnight. So I said, well, I'm not playing on the team. I might as well go play with them. So Bo and Hank, I go and play with them. And they say, dang, you could play. Why don't you come transfer and go with us somewhere? And I was thinking about transferring. So Bo and Hank leave SC, I leave UCLA, we go to LMU, and we make history.
Loyola Marymount.
Loyola Marymount. So the worst thing that happened to me was Pooh Richardson coming, losing my starting job, not playing basketball, the lowest part of my life. But it was the best thing because it brought Bo and Hank to me, and I went with them. And from there, my life just took off again. So it's funny how the worst thing that happens to you sometimes is the best thing. And it really helped me. And from that, I got drafted by the Seattle Supersonics.
Well, before you even go to the Sonics part, I want to talk about your tenure in Loyola. Were the highest scoring collegiate basketball team in the history of the NC2A, with Corey as the point guard, Hank Gathers, and Bo Kimball.
Yeah, so we were averaging around 112 points. At that time in college, that was unheard of. So Paul Westhead is the coach who coached the Lakers. Magic Johnson's first year, they won a championship. And it was called The System. It was called Showtime with the Lakers. But the name of is the System, because when Riley took over, they called it Showtime. But it was Westhead's system that got them the championship, and that's the system we were running at LMU.
Yeah, you guys were running a pro set in college.
Pro set, pro style, and at the time, of course, like anything else, they thought we were crazy. But of course, now everybody runs that style of offense.
Yeah. So from there, you left LMU. You got drafted, Sonics. That's when we first met. During that time, we ended up both getting released. My son Kings.
Yes, and that's the minor league.
Yeah,
yes.
and so Corey and I were roommates with the Yakima Sun Kings. And here's something that I don't know if you remember, and I was able to pull it up just for the show today. Who were the two guards? The point guard was, I know the other guy's on TV now. He's doing NBA, he's an NBA analyst. The shooter.
Tim Legler.
Who was the point guard for Tim Legler?
Ooh, I can't remember.
I can't think his name right now.
That'd be showing our age.
Yeah. But anyway, the first game that I got a chance to watch Corey, he played that game. In Yakima, we had 119 points. Corey had 44 points, 14 assists, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals.
Well, that's a wild.
I had to pull that sheet up. 44 points. So if you do the math of 119 points, if he scored 44 and gave out 15 assists, that's 75 of the 119 points that he contributed to that day. So, yeah. And we lost.
Yes, we did lose.
By 2.
Yes.
Lost by 2.
So those 44 didn't really count.
At that time, Dean Nicholson was the coach who was also my former college coach that was coaching the Yakima. And so from there, you ended up playing with 5 different teams in the NBA.
Yes. So I went from there. I went to the Sixers, where I played with Charles Barkley. You guys probably know him. And then I went from the Sixers to Denver Nuggets. And then I went from the Denver Nuggets. I went to New York, played for the Knicks, Pat Riley. In 1994, we lost to Houston Rockets in the championship.
NBA Finals.
Yeah, NBA Finals. And then I went overseas to play in Italy, came back, played in Philly again. And then I missed New Jersey, of course.
Yeah, I was going to say you was missing one, New Jersey, yeah. So you now, so the story he told in the beginning, Corey started coaching the Phoenix Mercury. He was an assistant with West Head. Won a championship there.
2007. Came
back and he became the head coach. And this was one of my funniest moments with Corey. So Corey has, one of the things I've learned from Corey has this demeanor all the time. 40-some years of basketball, he's gotten 1 technical his entire life. 1, am I correct?
Yes.
Defending Diana Taurasi.
Yes, Diana Taurasi. Everybody here knows Diana Taurasi, correct? So Diana Taurasi is about to bite off the head of a ref. She's about to go off. So I see this about to happen. I see her walking onto the court. She's going for the ref. So in order to get the ref attention off of her, I start going off. I start screaming at the ref, jumping on the court, pointing at him, running at him. So they would all look at me and not look at her. And I remember Diana was laughing and she knew what I was doing. I was saving her. And I remember Cappy tried to grab me. I tore off my jacket. I'm screaming and hollering. And everybody's like, that's not like Corey.
At the end of the game, by the way.
Yeah, he doesn't do this. But I was doing it for a reason.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with Corey Gaines. Give him a hand, guys.
Have you ever wanted to host your own inspirational radio show? Have you been called to inspire and spread God's word? Please contact Alicia Rain for more info.
Music Fest International and Christ Central University is headed to the Dominican Republic for 6 days of music and the first alumni class reunion and graduation cruise on Carnival Magic. We will be making stops on the beautiful islands of Amber Cove, Celebration Keys, and Grand Turks. Join us March 1st through the 7th, 2026, as we port from Miami, Florida. Contact Sean or Dr. Lady Rain to reserve your spot today.
Are you interested in continuing your education, certificate, or degree that will prepare you for ministry and equip you in the marketplace? Come make Christ Central International University your home by registering to become a certified Christian published author, Christian life and career coach, chaplain, and get your bachelor's, master's, PhD degree. Visit us at www.myccu.online.
We're sitting and doing some reminiscing with former Mercury coach Corey Gaines, former NBA player Corey Gaines, historic Corey Gaines. Corey, the only African-American coach in the history of the state of Arizona to win a professional sports title. Give him a hand. That's big time. So we were talking about your coaching career, and one of the funny stories was when you all played Seattle. And I had just gotten licensed as a pastor, and you all had lost a game to Seattle Storm up in Seattle. And I think it was a 40-point loss. It was close to it. And Corey and I would always talk after games. And he would just bounce things off me because at this point, we're actually roommates also. So I knew how much time he was putting in to watching film and trying to put together a scheme to take out the Storm. And they lost the game, and Corey calls me, and his exact words were, "I need you to take off your spiritual hat right now." And we had a conversation about how angry he was because the team not only didn't play well, they complained the whole game. And then you came back and you ended up winning that series.
I think what most people who watch games think coaching is X and O's. And I think X and O's is about 10% of the game now. 90% of the game is communication.
Communication, your attitude.
It's talking to your players. And people think that coaches are like making these plays up and doing everything. It's really how you communicate with your players. Because you could be the best coach in the world, but if you can't communicate with the players, they don't understand what you're talking about. They won't do what you want them to do. So now, especially nowadays, with the kids growing up nowadays, it's all communication. It's all communication.
Yeah. Well, you've coached in Phoenix. You were one of the rare opportunities to be head coach of the Phoenix Mercury and the assistant coach for the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, we had done well with the Mercury, and the owner decided to. It was Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was the GM, not the owner. Robert Starver was the owner. He decided to give me a chance with the NBA side, so I did both. I was the head coach of the Mercury, GM of the Mercury, and then also assistant coach with the Suns, which was, some people say was like, how could you do that? It was easy. It's the same arena, the same owner, the same city, so it was easy, and I enjoyed it.
Talk about coaching the great Diana Taurasi.
Well, Diana, she is known as the GOAT, as she should be. She's the GOAT. And she's one of the best players, NBA or WNBA, I've been around, because how hard she practiced, and what makes her so special is she's a winner. Wherever she's gone, she's won. So UConn, she's won 3 championships. Right. WNBA, she's won 4 championships. World championships, I think she's won 7. I think she's won 6 gold medals. That's a winner.
Yeah.
That's a winner.
Yeah. She's had some great accomplishments. How is it coaching a player like Diana Taurasi?
Well, most great players want to be coached. They want to be told what to do. They want to be questioned. They want to be challenged. They don't want you just to say, yes, oh, that's okay. Because they feel that if you really care about them, you'll coach them. And they can tell if you don't care about them.
Yeah.
They can read through that.
Yeah. So we're going to play a game, Corey.
Okay.
I got a special game for you. And you guys in the stands, you guys in the audience, I'm thinking basketball, can help me with this. This is called a 3-second timeout. You have 3 seconds to answer each one of these questions.
Okay.
So first thought.
As long as it has no names in it, I'm good.
It's names in it.
Name.
It's names. It's names. It's names. Okay. Toughest player you ever guarded?
Mike. Price.
Mark Price.
Mark Price.
Mark Price.
Mark
Okay.
Price.
Okay. Most admired player.
That would be played against or played with?
You're getting too difficult.
No, played.
Most admired player, meaning if you're sitting here today, who's the player that comes to mind to you?
Buck Williams.
Buck Williams, okay. Most inspirational coach.
Paul Westhead.
Has he done any of these in 3 seconds? Biggest disappointment in sports, yours.
Losing in the NBA championship against the Houston Rockets. That's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Game 7. We were up 3-2. All we needed was one.
At
game.
home.
Yes, at home.
At home.
We lost. Yeah.
Yeah, biggest accomplishment.
Going to the Paris Olympics last year. I haven't gone over what I do now. So now I am the head coach of the women's national team, which is the Olympic team of Japan, and the assistant, well, I was, at the time when we went to Paris, I was the associate head coach of the men's team. So now I'm the assistant with the men's team, I'm the head with the women's team. And the first time in 48 years, we took the Japan men's team to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And that's something, we beat China for the first time in 67 years. Never in my wildest dreams I ever think I would go to the Olympics. You know, I play basketball. When you say the Olympics, that's the best of the best. We got to the Olympics, and we played, and we lost the game. I don't know if any of you guys saw the game. We were playing against France, and France played against the United States for the championship game, the gold medal. We lost to France on our last second shot, and it was a 4-point play, and we lost the game. Yeah.
Yeah. You've had some career, and it's not over.
No.
First off, I'm not going to tell your age, but Corey and I are very close to the same age. Very close. You don't look it.
Well, I told my age when I came out. I said I'm getting old because I said 60s. I'm in my 60s.
Well, you didn't give him a number.
Well, no, I said 60s.
Y'all want a number?
No, it just stays at 60 forever now.
And I think part of that is because you're one of the healthiest guys I know. You know, back when we were teammates, back when we were roommates, as long as I've known you, I've seen your eating habits and what you partake of and what you don't.
They haven't changed.
Yeah. I think I saw you eat meat for the first time. I think it was a year ago. I think with a rib bone in your. Yeah.
He's over his yeah. I eat meat.
I have not seen Corey. I've never seen you eat meat.
I eat meat. I drink a lot of water.
Oh, you drink a lot of water.
A lot of water. No sodas, but I drink a lot of water.
Yeah. So you're a pretty healthy guy.
Yes.
You run.
I run every morning.
Yeah.
I run every morning at 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning. I run, do a little 4 or 5 miles. Yes, that's all right. I mean, I need it. I need it to get the energy out.
Yeah. Good. Personal, positive life choices. As a teen, you grew up. What kept you on the straight and narrow?
I think it was sports. Sports gave me a chance to get out of the projects because everyone there knew that I had a chance to get out, and I think that really helped me. I think it also helped that, you know, my parents were together, and they were together, and they gave me support. I was the only child, so that really helped.
Yeah. Your commitment to help other people, all your experiences. I've seen you in the gym. Anytime we do basketball, the one-on-one time that you work with kids, I see your passion, how much you put into it. So, again, thank you so much, man, for being here. Friends for life, man.
Oh,
you
yes.
Oh, yes. He was in my wedding, you know. Tell me, if you can think back, what was the funniest thing that happened at my wedding?
The funniest thing happened at the wedding was the guy who was putting it on, the guy who was leading it, everything.
Oh, the bishop.
The bishop The bishop.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that on tape so I can play this for Bishop.
But no, this is a wonderful crowd, and thank you for having me on. And the energy in the room is just out of this world. It's amazing.
Well, they have a reason to celebrate, don't you? Yeah. They got a reason to celebrate. You know, life is going to give us some challenges sometimes, and it's actually going to make you stronger if you fight through it. And so we're sitting in a room with a bunch of people who've learned how to fight through it. Am I right? Yeah. Words can't express how much I appreciate what they do here in this building and how many lives that are changed and transformed, and the blessings continue to pour down on them. And so hats off to this entire staff, everyone who's here. And we're glad, I'm glad, you know, that we can sit here and have this conversation about your success in sports and your success in life.
Well, I will say it's helped me to always have friends like you to pick me up when things go down. And I think that having a support group is the most important thing in life.
Real talk. Give it up, Corey Gaines. Let's say thank you to New Freedom Project for hosting this event. If you would like to support this transformative work, visit nfproject.org and click donate. Please be sure to follow Tanner Community Development Corporation on social media. You can find us at Facebook, Tanner CDC, and on Instagram at Tanner CDC. The only way we stay on is with your support. And keep in mind, I'm better now because of you. Good night.